It's Wednesday, September 19th, 17th. Had to think for a second there. And it's time for Q&A. And I love the questions today because we kind of cover all of the things. How to have how to maintain a positive mindset with everything going on in the world right now. And then, so that's from Jim. Sam is a can of eggs. What are some good protein breakfast options? And I've got you, Sam, because I get no matter what food you can't eat, we can figure this out. Because I get these questions all the time. Oh, I can't get enough I can't get enough protein since I don't eat eggs. You're fine. And or whatever, this, that, or the other thing. I can't have dairy. What am I going to do? It's all good. It's all good. There's always answers. And then the last one, Cherie, who wants to feel like herself in her body again. And I hear this a lot from women, perimenopause, menopause. I'm 5 years post-menopause. They just want to feel like themselves. Their body has changed. So first of all, we can get your body back better than ever. I am better now post-menopause than I've ever felt in my life. And we can tap into the way you want to feel. We can get you feeling the way you want to feel again on the way there because you deserve to feel amazing. So before we dive into these excellent questions, I want to remind you that I have so many resources for you. So if you like the health and weight loss stuff, check out my cookbooks. I'm going to drop the links in the caption. I have two cookbooks that are immediate digital downloads. You buy them today, you're using them today. And not just for the recipes. The recipes are amazing. Don't get me wrong. You're going to get 50, in each one around 50 high protein, low calorie recipes made with real food ingredients. You can just run and grab at your local grocery store. And you're going to get my best, most actionable weight loss strategies. These are the strategies that help my clients lose 10 to 35 pounds and keep it off eating real food. And the strategies that help me stay lean and fit even now, 5 years postmenopause. In other words, I share the stuff that actually works in real life. And you can also, I get so many questions about like what I'm wearing. What's going on with my hair here? Like this today, I'm wearing this amazing set. The whole set is under $40. It's from Walmart, and you would think I just stepped out of the Lululemon store. The look, the feel. So I share all of my, what I call sexy, affordable fashion, because that's really my vibe, on my LTK shop. That's where I'm able to link whatever, everything from my outfits, my bikinis, bras and panties, because life is short, wear cute panties, my home workout equipment, stuff I use in the kitchen, like all of the things, they're all linked in my LTK shop. So I'm going to drop that link as well. So starting off with this mindset question, didn't have a good mindset day with all of the world's bullshit. There's a lot going on in the world. And you can absolutely feel it. We mad, frustrated, sad, whatever it is. That's okay. It doesn't mean we're la 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 rainbows and unicorns all the time, but here's the thing. You can react and be angry or sad or whatever. And I've seen people I know, um, in real life kind of go into a spiral when there's things going on in the world, which has been the case for many years, go down a somewhat destructive path for themselves where, well, that they're frustrated, so therefore they're eating crappy food. I knew someone who was horribly allergic to chocolate, and just dive into all the chocolate during 9/11. So, like, how is that helping you? Like, yes, I see that where some food could be comforting, and there's nothing wrong with comfort food. It doesn't have to wreck you, but like, why are we doing something that's actually destructive to our bodies? So, so here's a couple things. Like, we can be aware of what's going on and not glued to it every second. If you're sitting watching TV, listening to news, you always have that stuff in the background, or it's popping up on your social media all over the place, bringing you back. That's not serving you. You can be aware of what's going on and because you can't serve the world. So I would just look at how am I reacting or am I responding? Reacting is just, like I said, deep dive stuff, being angry, posting all over social media what you're angry about, whatever. And I'm not saying that you're doing this, but I'm saying, we all see people doing this and getting in arguments that aren't going anywhere. Or we can respond, we can take a breath. We don't need to engage in all the conversation, especially if it's leading us down a negative path or arguments and things. We can say, what can I do? Everything starts with us. And if we're not, and the reason I talk so much about taking care of ourselves physically, and mentally, emotionally, but it's because when we are good, like when we are filled up, we have so much more to give. So to remember that this isn't an excuse to not take care of ourselves. This is a reason to take better care of ourselves. And then, so that's a response. And then also, how else can I respond? I can respond by like, is there something positive that I could do? Could I contribute to a fundraiser? Could I contribute to a fundraiser, for this cause that I care about and share that information with others? Is there some volunteer work that I could do somewhere that would be helpful? Or maybe the best thing is to just stay in my lane and keep focusing on the things, being aware and being aware of the importance of not lose focus on the rest of your life. So yeah, it's, it all starts with us. And this is why I feel it's so important. I've said it, been saying this for almost a decade, to connect before you consume. Connect with yourself before you start consuming news, social media, anything from the outside world, other than your own little tight circle. And maybe you don't even connect with them right away. Fill yourself up first, and then you are so much better able to serve the world, to respond rather than react, to not go down a rabbit hole that just keeps getting deeper and isn't really getting anywhere. So hopefully that's helpful to anybody who needed this message today. I may sound crazy, but I think the fact that I do not own a TV. Yes, I obviously get news from everywhere, but I don't own a TV. Even my laptops have always been small. I typically do a MacBook Air. My first one was like literally the smallest laptop that could like still be called a laptop. The one I'm on right now is a little bit bigger. But my point is this, I don't have a giant screen in my house telling me how to feel and saying, look at me, look at me, look at me. And that has changed my life. It's been, let's see, over 9.5 years without a TV. Yes, I go watch the Eagles at my sister's house or at a sports bar or something. Yes, are there times in my life where I wish I had a TV? Every now and then. But the times that I am so glad that I don't are much more of my life. So that has been super helpful. But again, connect before you consume. Don't turn that TV on. Don't look at your phone if you're getting notifications about stuff that's bringing you down. Just don't look. Don't look. I'm not saying don't look ever, but don't have that be what greets you when you wake up in the morning. It's setting the tone for a shitty day. It just is. The way you start your day sets the tone for the day. If you're starting your day with news, well, it's not going to be good. If you're starting your day with social media, even me, it's not going to be good. Fill yourself up first. Connect before you consume. Okay, Sam is allergic to eggs and is worried about getting enough protein. Nothing to worry about. First of all, eggs, honestly, I love eggs because they are new. I just love the taste of eggs. I find them very satisfying. Eggs are very nutrient dense. The yolk is like a little vitamin pill. But eggs are not the best source of protein. Each egg is only 6 grams of protein. So for all the people that are like, oh, Elizabeth, I had eggs for breakfast. I'm great. If you had 2 eggs and that was your only protein, not really very much. 12 grams of protein. I know I need more than that to get my day going. So don't worry if you don't eat eggs. It's okay. You can still get plenty of protein at breakfast and every other meal. So for example, my breakfast yesterday that I shared with the internet because I want to keep things real. Yesterday, I had a very full day. I just didn't feel like cooking, cleaning up everything and or anything because I had to be out the door and I just had a lot of moving parts. So I had the night before, knowing that I was going to have some days like that, had taken some ground beef that was in the freezer, taken out to thaw, and made a bunch of little burgers that I packed up in one of my glass storage containers and put in the fridge. And yesterday morning, my breakfast was a cold burger out of the fridge. Could I have heated it up? Absolutely. I didn't want to do that. I sprinkled some salt on it, ate this burger as I walked around the house. Now, I'm not telling you to do that because really it is best to sit down and eat our food. It improves our digestion, our satisfaction, all of the things. I don't normally walk around the house eating a cold burger, but yesterday I did. And then I had some other stuff too. Grabbed an apple, I had my carrot. I realized that's not the most exciting breakfast. It was delicious and satisfying to me yesterday. But some other great options. I have a turkey breakfast sausage recipe. It's in both of my cookbooks. I didn't overlap many recipes, but that's one that I did because it's so useful. Turkey breakfast sausage that is so clean because a lot of the sausage you buy at the store is not. So I made one with just ground turkey and some seasonings that make it taste just like the most satisfying breakfast sausage. And it's so super clean, high in protein, low in calories. Something like that with some, maybe some produce you like. Smoked salmon. There's a great one for breakfast. You can, you could do the bagel and cream cheese thing. I'm not really, if you do a bagel, make it real thin or small. I personally don't do grains. Um, you can just plop a little bit of cream cheese on it, make some roll-ups. Um, Smoked salmon is underrated in my book because it is delicious, satisfying. You don't need to cook it. I actually do some scrambled into eggs. And it just is so flavorful, and you're getting the protein and the healthy fat that just fires up your brain. In fact, now I want to go to Costco and grab some smoked salmon today. So I just might do that. Um, Other ideas, any type of dinner leftover, like you can totally think outside the box. Also, if you do dairy, some of the high protein dairy, like cottage cheese or Greek yogurt. I have some recipes in my cookbook for protein shakes that don't require protein powder. Now, I'm really big on chewing food. I think it's more satisfying, but some people really want a shake or a way to just get in some extra protein. So I have some of my books that um, don't use any protein powder. Also, I have some bowls made with Greek yogurt, protein bowls that are so delicious, so satisfying. And again, no, no eggs and no cooking required because sometimes that's a thing too. So many ideas. Check out my cookbooks and I'll link them in the caption or just go to my Instagram page. Even here on YouTube, there's some demos of some of these recipes. Um, okay, last question coming. So Sheree and I have been chatting in the DMs, but she mentioned, as so many other, I hear this more from women than men, but I know men go through it as well. It's not as dramatic like with perimenopause and menopause, which we've made like, this thing. It is a thing. It is absolutely a thing. It's an opportunity to change our lives. It's an opportunity to look at things better. It's an opportunity to really have a fresh start at life. And it can be very frustrating. So Sri wants to feel like herself again in this body that has changed. So many women, especially, even in perimenopause, are finding their bodies have changed. They've gained weight. The things that worked before aren't working, and it's really frustrating. And so here's what I know. First of all, I'm not going to say you can get the old body back. You're going to get a better body that you like even more. You 1000% can do that. I absolutely have. And you can feel better along the way. You can feel like yourself again along the way. Because as we all know, the journey to get there, it's not overnight. It is I've been saying this for the rest of my life, it's the small actions done consistently that compound over time to yield amazing results. It's prioritizing protein and produce, getting your steps in, doing those planks, doing some core work, just a couple minutes. That's all it takes. And, of course, the mindset stuff, knowing that you are worthy, because that is the biggest thing that I see with women and men is a lack of self-worth that keeps them from achieving their goals, keeps them from receiving these things that they want because they They self-sabotage. So again, go back to the basics. Prioritize protein and produce. If you're looking to lose weight, you want to get that protein up to 1 gram per pound of ideal body weight. You want to get your protein up and your calories down. And again, just to put into one simple phrase, prioritize protein and produce. Build your meals around high quality, protein dense foods, beef, poultry, fish, eggs, high protein dairy. Fill them with colorful fruits and veggies. That's going to leave much less room for the crappy processed carbs, which you really don't need at all. Um, get your steps in. Walking is underrated for it's not just the calorie burn. It is absolutely building muscle. I have built a better booty walking hills. It's also great to regulate your nervous system. It is great to process emotions. Walk outdoors in natural light as much as possible. You don't need sunglasses all the time. Let some natural light in your eyes. That is going to balance your circadian rhythms, which in turn helps to balance hormones. And do those planks. Planks are better than spanks. 1 minute a day, you can start to see a difference. Start building up to more. I'm not saying you need to hold a plank for 5 minutes, but 5 minutes a day of some gentle core work like that, you won't even believe the changes. So, but those things are small actions that you are doing consistently that are going to compound over time. So, how can you feel better in your body now? Start identifying how do you want to feel? How did you feel that felt good? Did you feel sexy, energized, light? Like what are the feelings? Strong, confident? Like I like all of those things. Um, what can you do now to tap into that feeling? Like, are you not wearing the sexy panties because you don't like your body? Wear the sexy panties, even if they're a bigger size. Guess what? You're going to buy a smaller size, maybe probably a couple of months down the road. Um, wear some stuff you feel good in. What are your assets? What can you show off? Is it some nice cleavage? Do you have nice shoulders, cute ankles, cute feet? Like, wear the shoes, the panties, the lipstick, the earrings, whatever it is that makes you feel good, even when you're not feeling your best. Remind yourself of who you are. And then when you catch glimpse of yourself in the mirror with the lipstick or whatever it is, or you look down at your feet with the sexy petty and the cute shoes, and you're like, oh yeah, this is who I am. This is who I'm stepping into. All of those things add up. So we went all over the place with this one. This was fun. This is stuff I like to talk about. Drop your questions for my next Q&A in the comments. I'll be doing this again tomorrow and Friday. And reach out if you have questions. Have the most amazing day. And don't forget, so many resources in the caption here.